Yo guys, sorry you already know that today we're back playing some more Raging Loop. On the last time, we did a brutal murder of Takumi-san, and then made it through the day. We have revealed ourselves as the snake, which hopefully people believe us. Seems like they do. But we are back to another night, and to another kill. I know Kaori wants to kill one of her sons, and I feel like we might just go through with that, but Haruaki might have another say in the matter, so we'll see what happens. Her voice was calm but stern. Let's give one of your sons their rest. Certainly. Which one are we going for? Dishan? Yoshikun? They sure were excited about this. It still pissed me off. Don't become... As did Shimi's face, which often flashed before my eyes recently. Before we do that, can't you two suffer a bit more? What? I made a smile and asked that. Suffer? I mean, this is difficult for you, right? You're about to send a son back to Yomi. It's a tragedy, isn't it? Haruchan, you just sat there and watched as your own grandfather was hanged today. That's madness, a terrible way for a human to act. I've done many terrible things since being born and granted this power. Sending people to where they truly belong carries with it a lot of sympathy, empathy, and guilt. This lie was such a pain at this point, I didn't even have a reason to keep telling it anymore. If we act normal while doing this kind of thing, we won't be in the right anymore. Do you think we're not suffering? Oh? You are? Of course. It's a bother to cry at this point, so we simply do our best to be insane. And I just don't want to cause you trouble. Unlike you, we can't keep up with you unless we go insane. But people normally don't know how to go insane. Also, Haruchan, don't act like this is my fault. Kaori-san will die after she kills her sons, but you won't, right? You need to survive and bear the sin. I can die too, can't I? Yeah, she can, can't she? I raised my leg and kicked over the bucket. Oh my. I've had enough of this nonsense. Then why not get this over with? Yeah, like, we should. Okay. Wow. Haruaki's really just getting mad. I'm not sure what the right move is. I guess... I don't know what, like, what are the downsides? Yasunaga's smarter, therefore will probably be able to kill us or do something about it. I feel like usually the top choice is the wrong one, but that's not always true. If I had my pick, I think I would kill Yasunaga. I think that he's better, and we've confirmed as human. No. Yeah. I don't know. But I guess we'll kill Yoshitsugu. There's a chance that maybe the spider protects him. I have no idea. I think this is just what I'm going to go for, and we'll see what happens. There's a chance that this isn't like an immediate mistake and we come back here later, but there's also a chance that this is the mistake. I have no idea. We would kill Yoshitsugu Oribe. Killing the crow was a very logical move for the wolves. Even if Kanzo-san were alive, I didn't think anyone could imagine Kaori-san was a wolf actively killing her sons. Still, it was important we had a consistent story. Are you okay with going for Yoshitsugu-kun? Yoshitsugu? Oh, Yoshitsugu. Alright, I can finally put him to rest. I was getting pissed off again. Was it because I was twisted in playing the part of the villain, yet the two of them were supposed to be acting like they were the good guys? Kaori-san. Yes? Please kill him yourself. Otherwise the story wouldn't make sense. If the murder was done out of motherly love, the crime needed to reflect that ideology. Because there was no way she could do it. And then she would suffer. Alright, so, dude, Haruaki just, like, wants the others to suffer, I guess? She shouldn't be alright with this. I'll do it too. I let you do the whole thing yesterday. Be thorough, don't leave a semblance of his original shape behind. Why? So we don't leave any traces behind. If it's done after the killing blow, he won't suffer. I see, alright then. Are you good with that too, Kaori-san? Yes. Don't become... suffer. I don't know what... We're becoming something. His room was just to the rear of the dining hall. It was a small room used for storage that he'd started sleeping in since 2 years back. I was always concerned since Yasunaga moved into the dorm. It's sad, isn't it? How boys can't always live together. Like I cared. Go ahead. I handed her a grass circle laying nearby. Do your best, please. Dude, we are, like, brutal. I finally calmed down after watching Kaori-san wail as she chops up her son. In the end, Haruchan just mostly watched blankly from the sidelines the whole time. By the time we had to carry Kaori-san back to the dining hall, when she collapsed from exhaustion, my irritation had faded. Haruchan took care of undressing her. It would have been hard to redress her, so it seemed like she just removed the outfit and put her to bed. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, why are you laughing? Ha 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 ha! You've gone completely mad, haven't you, city dweller? I'm not going mad. And how could you corner Kaori-san like that with a faint smile? Because I was relieved. Huh? Generally, I live in accordance with the local common sense and sense of morality, so when those go mad, I have to go mad too. I was relieved that a part of Kaori-san didn't want to kill her son. Seeing her cry was a load off my chest. If she hadn't shown a single sign of remorse, I might have snapped and killed her. That is what is defined as going mad. Why is that? It's unfair for the one who went mad first to not take any responsibility. Splendid. I still cannot comprehend your abnormality. Yeah, I'm struggling to keep up with his thought process as well. I guess I kind of get that he's upset that, like, these people aren't acting the way that he thinks they should, but, like, that's about it. I don't know. That's what attracts me to you. I think I made an exception and turn you down. Oh, what a cold answer. And why? Because you're... No, never mind. Reluctant to part, are you? Shut up. Just now I felt like I was on the verge of realizing what God was. But that such a sensation vanished like mist, and I returned to the prefab with dissatisfaction lingering in my heart. Oh, man. Well, alright. It's the next day. Let's see if we made a good choice or not. I must have been really tired. I woke to the sound of someone knocking on the door. Oh, no. They were making quite a racket. I opened my eyes and looked out the window to see Haru-chan. Wake up. Fusashi-san, wake up. I quickly got up when I realized something wasn't right. Uh-oh. What's wrong? Kaori-san's lost it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wait, but would this not happen no matter what? Or is it only because it's Yoshitsugu? It was dangerous to talk about that sort of thing during the day. I looked around outside in a hurry, but couldn't tell if anyone else was there in the mist. Still, I invited her in and locked the door so we could continue. What happened? The first thing Kaori-san did when she got up was Nichan. It was then I finally noticed Haru-chan's breathing was ragged. There were tear stains on her cheeks. Oh, did she kill the other one too? Calm down. There was so much blood. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Because I'm the one who pushed Kaori-san that far. But in the end, we killed everyone together. You don't have to think it's right. I can't do that. That wasn't the time to persuade her. I left her behind in the prefab and went outside. Oh gosh. I armed myself with a stick to be safe and headed for the plaza. But by the time I got there, everything had been resolved. The dining hall was a sea of blood. In the midst of it was a blood-stained corpse that apparently belonged to Yasunaga-kun. Behind the counter, I saw the adults, or rather Hashimoto-san, pinning Kaori-san down. Hashimoto's son leaned on Kaori-san, having her gasping for air and moaning in agony. She must have been hurt. If she's alive and Hashimoto is able to get information out of her, that's bad for us. But I wonder if this would happen if we went the other way around. Fusashi-san, could you bring some rope and help me tie her up? I couldn't believe he still had a poker face on in times like these. The spurt of blood on his chest only accentuated the oddity of it all. Not that I was in any position to say anything about it. Alright, Rikaku-san. Oh, this way. I took Rikaku-san out of the ring of people surrounding Kaori-san and got what we needed. Kaori-san screamed and raged after being bound, but in the end, could do nothing as we locked her up in the dining hall. Though we were all present after I brought Haru-chan back, the oppressive atmosphere didn't fade. Are you okay, Haru-chan? Did Hasan do anything to you? Of course not, don't talk to me. Haru-chan, first she lost her grandfather, and now the boy who'd been like an older brother to her. There was nothing that could possibly cheer Haru-chan up. Still, we had to do the feast as well as decide how to handle Kaori-san before that. With Kanza-san, Takumi-san, and Yasunaga-kun gone, Kinusuke, Hashimoto-san, and I ended up with the biggest influence out of necessity. I was a little surprised that the two of them had agreed not to torture Kaori-san from the start. Maybe I was the one messed up for finding that surprising, but both of them were avoiding tormenting a fellow villager. Thus, I played along with them, knowing it'd give me an advantage. On the other hand, there was the matter of how to deal with Kaori-san. While the people of Yasumizu were calling to hang her immediately, Hashimoto-san and Mamiya-san had different ideas. Interesting. She broke the laws, yes? That means she will automatically be punished later, right? Leaving someone so terrifying is definitely scary, but let's think calmly about this. We've lost the crow and another human on top of that. We can't get them back. There are 10 of us here, and Kanza-san didn't seem like a wolf, meaning there are almost certainly 3 wolves left. If that girl, the badger, has turned to the wolf side, that means they have 4 votes. We humans still have the majority, with 6 votes. Are you trying to say that gives us some breathing room? If we hang the wrong person today, we'll only have 4 votes against 3. I think it would be better to hang Madame Oribe and create a situation where we have 5 votes against 3, don't you? Only the monkeys and the snakes have revealed themselves right now. Speaking of which, what were the results of your investigation, Fusashi-kun? Seems like Haru-chan's a human. That makes 4, and if Mako's the badger and Kaori Oribe was a wolf, that means 2 of the remaining 4 are wolves. Isn't it more important to get rid of one confirmed wolf when an imbalance exists over betting on a 50-50 chance? Logically speaking, he was right. If the snake continued investigating with the spider protecting them, there would be no more unconfirmed people before long. If the humans could kill a confirmed wolf, they'd have more than half the votes over the wolves and would gain plenty of time until they could secure their victory. However, I don't know the details since I wasn't there, but is Kaori-san really a wolf? Maybe she simply lost it after seeing the horrible state of Yoshitsugu-kun's body and ended up killing Yasunaga-kun as a result? No, she said it herself. She said she received the blessing of the Yomotsu Kami-sama, the true guardians, and that we were all Yomibito, and that she'd grant us salvation, that she'd saved her son through death. Tai-san's eyes shifted toward the pool of blood. So Kaori-san had confessed everything. What a handful of a teammate she turned out to be. That story doesn't sound right, does it? I've heard that version of the story apparently exists in Kami Fujiyoshi, but Anyway, all we gotta do is decide who to hang in the feast. All we can do is leave Kaori-san behind. I see. I agree. So what about the rest of you? Okay, I think I brought up this point a couple episodes ago, where I was like, if somebody dies during the day, does that satisfy needing to hang? But it seems like it doesn't, and we still need to hang somebody no matter what. Because, what's his face was just killed. The other brother that his name has been brought up a million times today, and I already forget. I don't know why I can't remember Yasunaga. I don't know why that name's supposed to be more than everybody else's, but he died today. But I guess that's not going to fulfill the requirements. We still have to hang somebody. So good to know. I agree. What about the rest of you? No one objected. Then let's take this to the hall. Oh, Kinosuke no Sachi-san? What is it? You laid out your idea just now, but if we found another wolf, it would be a different story. I had a bad feeling about this. Oh no. Everyone had a drink. Let's begin the feast. I am starting to think that either the choice to kill one of the brothers doesn't actually matter, and this happens both times, or maybe we should have actually killed Yasunaga instead. But I don't know. Or maybe killing Yasunaga was like the wrong move, and we've accidentally made the right move. I'm not sure. We'll go back to that choice eventually at some point, no matter what happens. Hashimoto, I would like you to explain what you were implying. I've been doing some thinking. There are two wolves amongst us, yes? Chikamochi Kamoshida-kun and I are monkeys. Fuseishi-kun is the snake, and Harumakishima-san is a human. Also, Meiko-chan is likely the badger. No, I'm not. Let that lady go. Man, it must be tough being a wolf. You think so? She's a little girl, so many would be reluctant to lynch her. To the wolf, she's a vote that's hard to lose. Well, I have no intention of killing her myself. If the humans win, she shouldn't have to die. That aside... Oh, excuse me. Anyway, the ones here who haven't been confirmed yet are Yamawaki-san, Nosato-san, Uematsu-san, and Kyujan. One of those four is a wolf. On paper, anyway. At this point, I tried thinking like a wolf. Wait, one of those four? Don't you mean two of those four? Yeah, because isn't that the whole point, is that it's a 50-50? Yeah, I think it's two of them. And I knew something was off. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Tell us. I wasn't trying to keep you in suspense. Honestly, what I consider off is nothing more than an impression of mine. And when you suspect someone, you become cautious. With that said... I took what Oribe-san said into serious consideration, and it appears her killing was well-intentioned. Preposterous. Is it now? I was going to say the same goes for all of us after that. How? The wolves are the leaders of the Omibito, and they kill humans wielding corruption and grudges. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. I was referring to the execution we all call hanging. It's believed that hanging someone brings them salvation, right? That it's better than being killed by the wolves? Well, yes. The wolves are the same in how they also justify their own killings as being for the supposed good of others. An outsider would never understand. Hey, Hashimoto-san, that was originally my role. Are you sure about this? My apologies. Anyway, Kaori Oribe-san acted under the belief that she wanted to kill her son quickly for his own good. Thus, the desire to kill her sons must have been the first thing to have popped into her head naturally. And yet, she put herself at risk to kill Yasunaga-kun instead of waiting for night. Isn't that strange? Why wasn't Yasunaga-kun the first victim then? Serizawa was the first to die, but it was Muro who was the first to die at the hands of the wolves. Yes, that's right. Takumi Muro-san. Oh, Takumi, why? Is it that strange? He was always at the heart of discussion, so the wolves tried to sabotage that. That's also true, but my claim was that Oribe's son likely wanted to kill her sons. If so, I think it would have made a lot of sense for the wolves to have killed Yasunaga-kun. He had a point. If we'd killed Yasunaga-kun, there was a good chance of us throwing the feast into emotional and conservative chaos. Which meant that Hashimoto-san's argument was... Why was it that the wolves would go so far as to reject Oribe-san's opinion to target Muro-san instead? So I'm interested, even if we did the opposite... Because, like, we obviously can't change that killing. The only killing we can change is to kill Yasunaga over Yoshitsugu. But does that really change all that much here? Maybe Kaori-san wasn't that hung up on killing him at that point? True, that's not out of the question. But there's a more likely possibility. After Serizawa's son stole her chance on the first day and she was denied the second day, Oribe-san felt driven into a corner and went berserk. Shit, how do you know? Why do you think that's more likely? She said she was a wolf. The point is that she didn't have a problem with that, but she admitted it herself, right? Had she caused that commotion with the approval of the other wolves? I don't think she would have ever said that. Curiously enough, I think Fuseishi-san had it right. She could say it because she simply lost her mind and gone on a rampage. Were she simply feigning madness, I think we'd be worrying about it more right now. I see. So what he's saying is that everything went according to plan for the wolves up until Muro-san's death, but Kaori Oribe-san didn't approve? Which is why she caused the commotion, right? Where are you getting at with this? In other words, the wolves insist on killing Muro-san, and though they had restrained Oribe-san until yesterday, they lost control of her today. Those wolves are supposedly amongst those four, but honestly, that just doesn't sound right. I'm sorry, that could be interpreted as me saying none of you look like you have the power to lead. But first of all, let's start with the lady. She's an elegant woman who can't see going out of her way to reject Oribe-san's somewhat valid proposal. I see where this is going. I see where this is going. Of the 4 options we have, none of them have the power to stop Kaori from imposing her will on who she wants to kill, except for us. Oh gosh. Yamawaki-san is an elder, so she may have held more power than Oribe-san, but would she really use that to force her to kill Takumi-san first? I would never do such a thing. That's sophistry. So long as Kaori-san was fixated on killing her beloved son quickly, it would be strange if things turned out the same way. What's gotten into you? This guy's trying to cast doubt on me. Could you keep quiet, Fuseishi-kun? I had to stop him. I had to stop him from swinging everyone's hearts. As for Nosato-san, you do not appear to be well liked by the people of Yasumizu, so I don't think you could have cooperated with Oribe-san that well. Now you're making assumptions. Kaori-san always tried to maintain harmony, so maybe she just went along with Kinosuke-san's decision the first time. I can't say I like hearing some of that, but I suppose you're right. Besides, I would have probably agreed to prioritize eliminating Yasunaga-kun over Muro. As for Q-chan, this basically goes without saying, but I don't think any of you would listen to what an outsider like her wanted. Well, you're right there. Besides, I don't have the makings of a leader in me. This means that the leader of the wolves isn't one of them. How bizarre. So maybe someone we assumed to be confirmed human was lying all along. Impossible. So that would have to mean that the one who claimed they were the snake is actually a wolf. That's a lively imagination. No delusion you've got there. Haven't you noticed, Fuseishi-kun? You barely said a word today. And when you did, it was only to attack my arguments. Isn't it natural to fight back against someone trying to frame you? Hey, stop it. You say all that, but you seem quite irritated yourself. You're acting strange too. Unfortunately, no matter how strange I may seem, I'm not a wolf. I'm a monkey, and yes, I am irritated. While I can't say I agree with people killing each other, given the special environment they were born into, I could at least understand it to some degree. But an outsider who sneaks into the village and takes advantage of the circumstances to commit crafty murders is truly revolting. Like I said, those are your own delusions. You base this on the whole insane premise that I'm some sly brute. Besides, didn't you say it yourself? An outsider can't lead the wolves. I don't know if you're partners or lovers or whatever, but those are some pretty ballsy double standards you have to protect Mabi-san, yet accuse me. That's actually a pretty good argument. If you're saying that outsiders can't lead, then why are we being given the power of, like, oh, we can lead them? Excuse me, I can't let that one pass. Are you messing around? Well, he may not be wrong. No, there's nothing going on between Hashimoto-san and I. Good, it was a huge risk, but now I cast doubt on Hashimoto-san's side. Now I just had to press some more, and you're not an outsider anymore. You've been welcomed as a member of this village. And I'd say that was a fairly sly act on your part. You forced your way into joining this village, then gained the minimum amount of trust. Was it all planned? Plus, if you had the guts and silver tongue to declare yourself a snake, you could have also called Oribe-san, couldn't you? Though it seems you couldn't talk your way out of this one. Oh, is this what they call a lack of trust? My condolences. I'm sure you realized at some point that Takumi-san was probably the snake and decided to kill him. Who even are you to begin with? Why did you make your way into the settlement? Did you already know about all this? His verbal assault was entirely based on speculation, but it was a well-crafted story, and he's completely right about everything, which is so scary. Like I said, those are all nothing but speculations. Of course it was, because it was a story I'd actually put together. His deductions just happened to be right on the money, that was all. Then what if I said something that wasn't speculation? If you've got something, by all means, go for it. How did you know? Ooh? Huh? Maybe you figured out last night's victim was Yoshitsugu Oribe-kun through process of elimination. But how did you know the state of his body? Maybe you didn't know, but his body was cleaned up long before you woke up. Oh no! Did we slip up? I don't know the details since I wasn't there, but is Kaori-san really a wolf? Maybe she simply lost it after seeing the horrible state. No! We messed up! Yeah! We messed up so badly. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, that's so cool. I said something a wolf couldn't have known? What do you mean? Yes, all you can do is play dumb, right? Seriously, I don't know what you mean. Those delusions are... It's not up to you or I to decide if it's a delusion or a convincing hypothesis. Just then, everyone stared daggers at me. Let's vote, shall we? I'd been completely defeated. Yo, he got us. That's crazy. Okay. So, interesting. So we do need to go back and kill Yasunaga. I know that it's been brought up before that Yoshitsugu is the favorite. So maybe Kaori doesn't go crazy if Yasunaga is the one. Or maybe we get a key. I'm actually wondering if we get a key that has something to do with not letting Kaori be the one to kill. And maybe we or Haru is going to have to be the one to kill Yasunaga-kun. Okay, yeah. I think I can see where this might be going. Still, I'm not a wolf. Nope, it doesn't matter. Naturally, everyone voted to hang me. Hard-chan voted for me too, as she was right too. Cleaving off the lizard's tail was a good choice. She didn't need words to cover for me with. At any rate, 2 wolves had been eliminated in the same day. This was all Kaori Oribe's fault. Was that the way I should think, or should I think that I'd handle her the wrong way? I think that's part of it. Seriously, was there a way for the wolves to achieve victory here? Was there a way to step over that brilliant cameraman's corpse and press onwards? I felt like I was playing a troll game designed to be impossible to win. I continued to lament the absurdity of my situation until the very moment my consciousness sunk into the mist. Here we go. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Bad ending number 25. Watch in corner. Yeah, okay, so we're not getting a key. I was wondering if maybe we're going to get a key that, So here's just to explain it more clearly. What I thought, and what I assume is still going to happen, is that we go to kill Yasunaga-kun. I thought that Haruaki was just going to do the same thing of trying to get Kaori to do it herself. And then I was wondering if this was going to give us a key to give us the option to, like, not have her do that and have us do the killing. But that's not what is happening. So either when we go to kill Yasunaga-kun, either Kaori does it and doesn't go crazy, or we do it anyway, or do it as like a team effort and then go from there. But we'll see. Yuta Hashimoto totally knocked you out. This was the highlight of the werewolf defeats, wasn't it? Anyway, let's get to the hint. Bad ending turn 5. Mad Mommy equals total defeat death. Dude, these titles for these are pretty great. The outcome would be really tricky, but you need to pick the other choice of 6. Yeah. Who to brutalize 2? What happens 0? Be clearly be detrimental to the wolves, but a preferable outcome to this one. Well, it's one of the Kaori or base typical rampages, so you'll understand for yourself when you see the events that follow. Alright, I'm excited. That's it. Die another hearty death next time. I probably will. So, here we go. Who to brutalize 2. We're going back. Okay, oh my. I've had enough of this nonsense. Alright, let's see. So now we are going to kill Yasunaga. Let's see how the events transpire now. We will kill Yasunaga Oribe. If we let Yoshisuke-kun, the crow, live, they would find out that Kazu-san was a human, but everyone already knew that. The crow would live another day. During the charade at noon, Yasunaga-kun inherited Kazu-san's will. His death would be more distasteful and tragic than anyone else's. The blind people here wanted a leader, and this would shock them immensely. I had no idea how good of a leader he would be, but it would be bad for us if he was actually good. Can we kill Yasunaga-kun? Certainly. I guess as goodbye to Nichan. There's something I want to ask you too. Yes? Kill him yourselves this time. Because you overdid it yesterday? I don't want you stabbing my back while I'm doing the job. I wouldn't do that. Liar. But I understand very well. Be thorough about it. What do you mean? We need to make sure we don't leave any evidence, and he doesn't leave any messages. He won't feel the pain once he's dead anyway. Alright. Interesting. Don't become. Yep. Okay, so this is similar. Suffer. So we still want them to suffer. I filled the bucket with water again, and we went into the mist. The water from the faucet repelled the corruption just fine, though it was from a well, so maybe it didn't count as tap water. Haruchan went up front, and Kaori-san was right behind her. Haruchan was waving around a flashlight. I see you like that a lot, Haruchan. Who cared about that? We headed for the dorm. Not long after we arrived, this reminded me of the first night when we tried to kill him, and Jamie got in our way. This time it was something else. Oh no. What's the problem? Hurry up and open it. Oh no. It's not opening. What? Let me try. What about the other rooms? I tried touching the cheap-looking metallic knob too. I didn't feel anything unlock and I couldn't open it either. Is he staying somewhere else? We then went around all the houses that had living people in them, but none of the doors open. What? Wait, what's gonna happen? We're not gonna be able to kill. After a moment of thought, I reached a conclusion. The spider. Is the spider still alive and protecting Yasunaga? The spider got the better of us. Yeah, okay. So that's how that works. So the spider protected Nichan's door and prevented it from unlocking when we tried to open it. And that's why Kaori-san's not going to go crazy. Okay, that makes sense. Oh no. No, we should have expected this. Anyone living in Yasumizu would know that he's in the most important position right now. Of course they would protect him. Now, there's still a chance that Kaori does go crazy and kills both of them during the day. But if she does that, and we don't, you know, we're not going to see the state of the body. We're not going to know that she does that. Therefore, we're not going to slip and give ourselves away. That actually might be the best outcome, because then 2 humans are gone, Kaori's gone, and then it's just me and Haru trying to beat everybody else. Okay. What do we do? We have no choice but to accept it. It's a night wasted for us. Kaori-san can't kill his son, and the spider will know that we targeted Yasunaga-kun. Is that a big deal? No, not really. In fact, that gives us some info. The spider was from Yasumizu. If Mamiya-san was the spider, she'd have protected either Hashimoto-san, me, or Yoshisuke-kun. The only locals whose roles we didn't know were Tai-san, Kinosuke-shi, and Rikaku-san. Yasunaga-kun couldn't have been the spider since they couldn't protect themselves. Oh, they can't? I didn't even know that. I don't know if that's actually been brought up, but that is good to know. Oh, no, wait, no, I think I did know that. I don't remember. It hasn't been a thing yet. It hasn't needed to be possible. So I think it's fine. Mako couldn't be it either. She was a spider. Rikaku-san would control her like last time. She was clearly the badger. That meant that one of those 3 was a spider. It wasn't completely unlikely that it was Kinosuke-shi, but I couldn't imagine him making this choice. He'd probably protect Rikaku-san every single day. In order of likelihood from highest to lowest, it was probably Rikaku-san, then Tai-san, then Kinosuke-shi. Really? Okay. I actually would almost put Tai-san above, but I'm going to trust Haruaki's judgment more than mine. He's generally smarter at this than I am. Worse than that, tomorrow, will I get to kill them tomorrow? This woman had abandoned all hope to keep her mind intact. That now came back around to undermine her sanity if she didn't get to kill her sons. And it looked like a situation where we couldn't let her have the kill she was promised would continue. Oh man, I wanted to reset. Right now, actually. Maybe I can just walk off a cliff and... Oh gosh. Oh, stop laughing. Oh, sorry, that was imprudent. Fusei Shikun-san, you really are insane, aren't you? Me? Insane? Hey, that's not fair. You're the ones who went insane first. I told the others, too, if they were in danger of getting hanged, pretend to be the crow, avoiding the spider at all costs. Wait, why? We already have a crow. Don't do that. That doesn't... Okay. The spider wasn't an option. Claiming the spider meant death on the next or the following night. And if that didn't happen, it would mean that the spider was a fake. With the Shishiku-kun's reveal, pretending to be a crow became a lot harder, but it was still safer than pretending to be a spider. Interesting. Yasunaga-kun and Hashimoto-san would also find it suspicious that a spider reveal even happened in the first place, so that was another reason. Though I would follow Yasunaga-kun's idea and tell everyone that my snake powers said that Haru-chan was a human, so she wouldn't be suspected. I was in way more danger in that regard. Also, I would see how the votes worked, and if possible, hang Rikaku-san. However, our votes would go different ways. We couldn't force it. Tomorrow's vote would be on hanging one of the 6 unconfirmed humans. Tai-san, Kaori-san, Kinosuke-shi, Rikaku-san, Miko, Mamiya-san. I would try to make sure it wasn't Kaori-san. After I provided that course of action, we went our own ways. We said goodbyes to Kaori-san and went uphill. Okay. Oh, hello. That was... Yo. I don't know why. This kind of scared me. I thought we were just going right back to the prefab. Okay, we have a little conversation before that. And by conversation, I mean whatever this is. Haru-chan? What? I was the one who started the conversation. That was a loss for me. Am I insane? Maybe? I don't really know you. Though, maybe I don't understand how you can brutally kill a man, then talk about morals. She had a point. Another loss for me. God. What is this city dweller? Oh, wow. So we can really just choose who we're talking to at any point. Am I insane? When you first came here, you were you the kind of person who'd think, I want to die to restart? Well, I certainly would not call you a good person. That wasn't fair. Third loss. It's all Yasumi's fault. Well, sorry. I'll still live and die here, though. This is hard. What is? Nothing. Hey, what? Did you really not feel anything about Kanzo-san? Of course I did. Same for the Orbes and Moshi. I don't want to kill anyone. Then why are you acting all normal? Because it's the right way to act? Right. Right? I'm not corrupted. I'm not insane. I'm not. It's Fujiyoshi that's messed up. It's God that's messed up. Is God some state of being? Crazy. Right. State of being. Have you realized something, City Dweller? No. If that were the case, I could understand it, but no, even then some things wouldn't make sense. No, that wasn't right either. It wasn't that I couldn't understand. It was just so absurd and way too hopeless. But I wanted to tear off all these masks and examine them to my heart's content. There was no more terrifying or thrilling moment than the one when you were about to expose the ugly face of the unknown. And apparently the role of a wolf wasn't fit for this. The wolves were way too right. Basically, I had to change my line of thinking. Interesting. Haru-chan, here's an idea. I turned back to the small wolf. What? Alright, it was Haru-chan. We should give our all to be villains. Villains? Yeah, the bad guys. She tilted her head in confusion. We're bad guys who kill people. We're bad guys who betray their own. We're bad guys who do what we want. It would all be because we're evil, not because we're right. Evil is free from all forms of justice. Villains, evil. Are you sure it's good to be like that? No, it isn't good, of course. But, you know something? If they set their minds to it, humans are animals that can do bad things. Killing is bad? Of course, it's evil. And killing friends, family, and good people? Even worse, it's pure evil. Why? Reasons why we shouldn't murder. It was perhaps the hardest topic in morality. However, when you thought about it, it wasn't too difficult to find a logical answer to that too. You simply ignore the concept of good and evil. If ignoring such ideas was an integral part of evil, then I would teach her, and through it, pose her a question about how flexible she really was. It inconveniences both mind and body. I don't understand. If you do something people don't want, they will start not wanting you, either. That binds your mind and heart more tightly than you think. People who do things others really don't want might even find their bodies bound too. Bound, inconvenienced people can't live in peace or die in peace. Most humans are forced to live well and be good, and that's because they all want to live and die in peace. If people begin binding others, the chains grow to encompass more and more people. So people grow up being told to live well to avoid that. But get this, if you give up on all of that, if you inconvenience everyone as well as yourself and prepare to have a discomforting end, you can do bad things. Hey, did everyone outside of here learn that? Nope, I just thought of it myself. That's mean. But I think I'm surprisingly correct. If you agree, I'll join you. Let's be as villainous as we can be. I like the Western movies they show on TV. Really? What do you like? The ones with the Force. She really did love that series, huh? What character do you like? The golden one? Was that why she liked androids? Did I remind her of him? When you watch movies like that, you normally support the side of justice, right? Saying this is kind of embarrassing, but I sometimes think about how great it'd be if some handsome knight came to save me. That's a perfectly fine way to enjoy something. I never thought about becoming a bad guy. There's lots of movies with bad guy protagonists. Really? Yeah. Can a bad guy cry? Of course. Aw. She's crying. As she began to intensely cry, I spread my arms out. She plunged into my chest with surprisingly little hesitation. Oni-chan! I embraced her damp body and looked up at the sky. It was evil to grieve about parting ways with Yomibito, huh? Then perhaps she, no everyone here, wasn't actually insane. Well, I was an exception. We then walked around Yasumitsu, barely saying a word. Then we reached a fork in the path, one led to the dorm, the other to the construction site. Here. Yeah. What? What should I call you? A new name for a new relationship. I had a good idea for this. Just Haruaki is fine. Haruaki Nichan? No honorifics, just Haruaki. Partners in evil are equal. That's a bit hard for me. It's only between us, though. Don't even use it in front of Kaori-san. Not even Kaori-san? I mean, she's a good person. Yeah, you're right. We'll kill her because we're evil, right? Exactly. Alright, Haruaki. Yeah, Haru-chan. Okay, so is that whole thing just to put a sense in her that, like, we're gonna have to turn on Kaori-san at some point, or what? I feel like I'm not keeping up with exactly what Haruaki's even saying and how he's kind of convincing Haru. I'm just not personally keeping up with it. I don't quite understand. Maybe my brain's not big enough for that. But why do you get to call me with a Chan? That's not fair. It's in my nature to want to call cute girls with a Chan. I'm cute? Becoming evil made you at least 60% more cute. I guess I'm fine with it then. She extended her hand to me. I grasped it tightly. We would no longer be wolves of justice, but wolves of evil. Good night, Haruaki. Good night. I turned around. I hope you sleep well, city dweller. No, villain. A cold voice. Say, God, just what is a god? Heh, do not act like you don't know. Well, I do not mind this too much. The intensity is not unpleasant. You are the sort that enjoys playing with fire, aren't you? Ah ha 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 ha. I walked off as if to get away from the laugh, which sounded strangely infuriated. I just remembered that the protagonist of that movie was actually the princess's brother. Wait, but then it took a turn where the princess got together with the wandering rogue. Maybe it was safer to let her call me Nichan? I don't know. Either way, I don't know what's about to happen, and neither do you until the next time. We're going to go ahead and end it off here. I don't know if Kaori's going to go crazy. I don't know if she's going to stay well behaved. We will see. But this is getting crazy. It's been crazy. We already know. But yeah, I hope you are enjoying and looking forward to more. If so, let me know. But I will see you all next time. So till then, peace out.